Hello everyone, welcome to Finite Element Analysis Laboratory episode 10, Buckling of Columns. Today we are going to perform the buckling analysis for a single column. Buckling analysis cannot be used independently in ANSYS Workbench window, so we will first perform the static structure analysis and then we will perform the buckling analysis. For this purpose, kindly go into the ANSYS Systems column and select Static Structural Module by double-clicking on it. Kindly let the name be static structure so that we can identify which system is static structural and which system is buckling of columns. After doing so, kindly go into the Engineering Data tab and double-click on it. We will add multiple materials for which we want to run the simulation. So go into the Engineering Data Sources so that we can access the ANSYS built-in material library. Kindly select the material category as General Materials and select multiple materials from these sections. First add grey cast iron by clicking this plus sign, then click on this plus sign against stainless steel and select titanium alloy, and the last one is concrete because most of the columns are made up of concrete. All of these materials are added. Now we will click on the engineering data sources again to view how many materials have been added to the ANSYS material library. We have 5 materials, 4 of which we have added, and by default structural steel is selected for the analysis. After adding the materials, kindly close this tab by clicking here and we will move into the ANSYS project schematic. Now right click on the geometry module and select new design modeler for creating the geometry. New design modeler will be easy to use and can run on any system to create the geometry. It is ANSYS built-in CAD software. You can see the ANSYS static structural design modeler window. Now we will create here geometry. Kindly go into the concept, click on it and go into the cross section and select cross section circular. After selecting the circular cross section, you can see in the tree outline that cross section has been added. Kindly enter its dimension here, the dimension of which is 0.25 meters and press enter. The radius R has been entered. Now kindly go into the extrude command, select it, and we will apply this circular cross section for the extrusion. So select this circular one and click apply. Now the geometry of circular one has been selected. Enter the depth to be 20 meters and press enter. After clicking on it, as you can see, the flash sign here indicate that this system has not been generated. We can only see a transparent mode of sketch. In order to create the geometry, kindly click on it here and the solid geometry will be created, which is a shaft of circular cross section. You can see the body on which the ANSYS will run the simulation by clicking here. Our geometry has been completed. Kindly close this window from here and move into the ANSYS workbench window. Double click on the model tab so that we can specify the mesh, boundary conditions and the results that we want to acquire. You can see from the bottom left that starting mechanical module is opening right now. As soon as it opens, we will perform the required operations. ANSYS mechanical window has been opened. Now you can go into the geometry, click this plus sign here and select solid. When you select solid, you will see that the material assignment by default is structural steel. We will keep it same for the purpose of conducting this analysis. If you want to conduct this analysis for multiple types of materials which include structural steel, grey cast iron, stainless steel, titanium alloy and concrete, you can select any one of them and perform the analysis. Now right click on the mesh and press generate mesh tab. It will divide this whole solid body into a finite number of elements, as you can see. Now we will apply the boundary conditions. For this purpose, kindly go into the static structure and right click on it, go to insert and select fixed support. We will first insert the fixed support which is common in all of the analysis systems. Then use these three selection cubes. We want to apply a fixed support behind this face. So we will select face selection and select this face. This face is being selected. We do not want it. We want the face behind this. So we will change the plane from here. As you can see, this green line circle represents the surface we want to select. And click apply. As you can see, the one face has been selected for which we want to apply the fixed support. Now we will apply the load. Go into the static structural, insert force and select this face and click apply. Enter a magnitude of 1 meter. As you can see, the arrowhead is in the outward direction, which is tensile, but the columns for which are subjected to buckling are subjected to compression load. So we will change the direction by simply adding a minus sign before the magnitude and pressing the enter command. The arrowhead has been moved in the compressive direction. Now we will insert the required results. Our boundary conditions has been successfully created. Now right click on the solution, go to insert, deformation, total. Then we will insert the deformation along direction. We can rename it to directional deformation X along X direction. Similarly, we will duplicate it to determine the total deformation effect in various directions along X, Y and Z. Rename it for your understanding. After doing so, change the axis below. For Z-axis direction, select Z-axis. For Y-axis, select Y-axis, and for X-axis it will remain same. Now we will solve the model. The model is being solved to evaluate the results that we have entered here in the solution tab. As you can see, the results have been evaluated. We will go through it one by one. Select the total deformation. The value of total deformation is 5.0937 into 10 raised to the power minus 10, which is meters, which is quite small for the 1 Newton application force in the compressive direction. We can see its effect in the X, Y and Z. As you can see, the load is being applied in the negative Z direction. That is why in Z direction the magnitude is in minus sign, because it is compressive and it is equal to the total deformation. while in y and x this is the effect of the Poisson's ratio, that is what is showing some value, but as soon as we refine the mesh the value will closely reach to 0. Now, how the buckling analysis is different from the static structural analysis. If you go into the 2D view and animate the results, you will see that the application of compressive load only changes the length of the bar, solid shaft. That is why it is only changing the length. When we perform the buckling analysis, we will view this effect for the same application of load. Kindly close this window. Our static structural analysis has been completed. Now, to evaluate the buckling analysis, we have to combine these two analysis systems, static structural and eigenvalue buckling. For this purpose, kindly go into the eigenvalue buckling and drag this and release the cursor at the model tab. This will share the model tab, geometry and the engineering data between the two analysis systems. And now if we want to share the results, you can select the solution tab and drag it to the setup. Now our solution has been shared too. Double click on the setup tab or any of these tabs. It will take you the ANSYS mechanical module where we have recently specified the boundary conditions. It is starting the ANSYS mechanical module. As soon as it opens, we will perform the remaining steps. As you can see, before adding the buckling analysis, we only have the tree outline up to this point. Then after adding the eigenvalue buckling, we can see these steps. The pre-stress condition of static structure has been used to evaluate the buckling results. We just have to add the required results for buckling, which are total deformation, deformation along direction, which is x, which is deformation along direction along y, and which is direction along deformation along z. And now we will change its axis from this orientation tab. After adding these, we will first solve the static structural analysis system. It is evaluating the results. Now we will solve the buckling analysis system by clicking the solve command. It is evaluating the results. Now the buckling analysis has been completed. We will move into a 2D view. As you can see that the loading conditions are same as that of the static structural, but the shaft has been bended in the transverse direction of the applied loading, which shows that the buckling is dependent on the end conditions. The value here of 1.0846, which is meters, it is only a value with the load multiplier which is given here. This load multiplier represents the factor of safety for this buckling analysis system. If we increase the load, such as if we go into the force tab and change the value of force from 1 Newton to 1000 Newton in the compressive direction and solve the model, we will see the effect of the effect of it on the load multiplier, which was before 10 raised to the power 6. Now it will change to another specific value. As you can see, 3.788 into 10 raised to power 6. As soon as it updates, we will see the effect. As you can see, it has been reduced a thousandth time, which indicates that our forcing system factor of safety has been reduced to a thousandth of time. This depends upon your requirement. If you want more load to be applied to the shaft, so you will test it for increasingly varying load. When your value of factor of safety reaches a specific value, you can view the results. If we animate it, you can see how it is varying its position. Whereas in static structural module, the total formation is only changing the length. That is the purpose of conducting the buckling analysis. You can view these results and note down wherever required. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask. We will perform the last step of saving this model. You can go into the main workbench window, save as, and go into the directory where you want to save your model. I am saving my model here under name buckling analysis episode 10. I will open it and save the file with the same name. After saving the project file, I will create a standard archive file which I can share with anyone. For this purpose, kindly go into the main menu bar and select archive and save it as it is. And select all these boxes and click archive. An archive file has been created for this. I can share it with anyone. For any questions, kindly comment below. Thank you very much. Goodbye.